world's demand for high-quality forest products is a tough job. Competition in the world market is challenging BC to ensure its future wood supply and maintain its competitive position. But we in British Columbia are rising to the challenge. The Canada-British Columbia Forest Resource Development Agreement provides $300 million for increased reforestation, stand management, and associated technology development. The Ministry of Forests and Lands has one of the finest forestry research organizations in Canada, and this agreement will allow our scientists to join forces with their colleagues in the Canadian Forestry Service, industry, universities, and other agencies to develop this opportunity. We're focusing our best people and resources on our best forest land. Together, they will meet the challenge of ensuring our wood supply and jobs from the forests of the future. So if we're going to renew the forest, we have to find the best trees and study their genetic makeup. We put seed material from one of these trees on a gel and run electric current through the tray. The material separates into bands that tell us whether this tree would be a good parent for the trees of the future. They also tell us things about the tree species, how we can bring out its potential through breeding. Technicians take seed and cuttings from each selected tree. The cuttings they graft onto rootstocks. The seed grows to seedlings that they plant in the field. How the seedlings grow determines which of the grafted twigs will be planted in seed orchards. Wild trees start to bear seed at about 20 years of age. Here in the seed orchard, they bear seed after just 6 years, helping us to speed up reforestation with healthier, faster-growing trees. The trees at this research station are mostly Douglas fir clones. Clones are grafted cuttings that come from the same parent tree. From the graft up, these trees are genetically identical to each other and to their parent tree in the forest. Seed from the ministry's seed orchards comes to a central point to be processed for planting. This fall, a new, better-equipped facility in Surrey will handle all the ministry's seed. These X-ray images assure us that seeds used for research are fully developed, not broken or insect damaged, so that we start our research with a known quantity. Trees grow by converting sunlight and soil into plant material. Ministry biologists measure this process. They learn how much light seedlings need to grow. What they're finding is changing some long-held ideas about how plants grow. Some seedlings are monitored day and night to learn how they're affected by light, heat, cold, and moisture. We learn how to help them to survive and thrive. In the ministry's new Prince George greenhouse, seedlings will soon be growing in a programmed environment, totally controlled by computer. To manage the forest, we also have to predict how trees will grow. These are scale models of how an actual stand of trees will look in the future, according to computer predictions. They show the height, length, and angle of every branch. How much does intensive forest management help? This computer program keeps track of this stand of trees at Lake Cowichan. We've treated these trees for 50 years, spacing and thinning. Every treatment and its result is in the computer. What is learned can be used to improve tree growth anywhere in British Columbia and to predict what the forest will produce in the years ahead. This is one of thousands of research plantations across BC. In 145 of them, we've planted seedlings whose parents come from other areas. We're watching the progress of these seedlings. They'll tell us where any seedling can be planted to get the greatest growth. This atomic absorption spectrophotometer spells out the precise chemical makeup of plant material or soil. This data guides the fertilization of seed orchards and nurseries and helps interpret the quality of soil in the forest. Using this and other information, we're classifying BC forest land so that we can plant seedlings where we know they'll grow quickly. These Vancouver Island firs were hand-picked for this spot. One result of all this work is that some BC sites are growing harvestable firs in 75 years instead of 100. But there's more to a forest than wood production. There's recreation, a home for fish and wildlife, rangeland, and many other uses. This is the 6th year that research branch scientists have worked with the Ministry of Environment and the Department of Fisheries and Oceans to study the way that forestry, fisheries, and wildlife interact in British Columbia. One result is the handbook, written by ministry researchers, that tells these loggers how to leave winter range for mule deer as they cut timber. BC needs high-quality, fast-growing trees to renew its forests. Research is helping to meet this complex challenge and to preserve the other forest uses that are so important.